Hello watch fans, it's Anders here on Watch On channel. Today I want to follow up a purchase I did last year, a big purchase for my collection, and that was the purchase of my very first Rolex DateJust. It's been 6 months since I bought this watch, and now it's time for the 6-month review. How has it been to be the owner of this Rolex 126300? And in this video I want to get into the 3 best things and the 3 worst things about this watch. If you haven't seen the full review of this watch, you can click up in the right hand corner now. You can see the full review. I also leave a link down in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Of course, the Rolex 126300 comes in these typical green Rolex boxes. If you saw my full review, you know I opted for the plain bezel oyster style bracelet in black. The reason why I opted for this version is that I wanted the most kind of toned down everyday version of this watch. I use this watch as an everyday watch. I wear it during the days at the office, I wear it in the evening, I wear it out, I wear it in the weekends. So it's a kind of everyday do-it-all watch for me. You do of course get hang tags, 2 hang tags. You can see I removed 2 links to get the perfect fit for my wrist size. You also get the manual, and you get the guarantee manual and the warranty card. So here the watch is out of the box, and let's just dive right into the 3 best things about this watch. And the best thing in my opinion is definitely the versatility. As I said just a few moments ago, I bought this watch as an everyday all occasion watch, and I must say that it completely lives up to what I was supposed to use this watch for. Not becoming too loud, but still it is a very loud watch because you have all these polished surfaces, and you do get this sunburst dial. You also notice I'm wearing gloves, and I'm going to get into why it's a good match between this watch and gloves just in a few moments. So the overall versatility is perfect. It is a watch that has 100 meters of water resistance and a screw down crown. It has 70 hours of power reserve with the Rolex 3235 movement, which is a very reliable movement. And I think this watch just does it all. Also with the really nice lume as you see on your screen now. So it's kind of the perfect all-use watch. The other thing, the second thing, is the overall Rolex quality. So what I really adore about Rolex, and I own 3 Rolex watches at the moment, is that you always get a quality watch. There's no big letdowns with Rolex watches, especially newer Rolex watches. I believe you get some of the very best quality overall when you buy below the high-end luxury brands like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet and so on. You get really nice finishing, you get extremely robust, nice movements, you get great lume, screw-down crowns usually, really nice clasps, and amazing bracelets. Rolex, they do some of the best bracelets in the business in my opinion, and I'm a huge fan of this oyster style bracelet. The beautiful taper, the beautiful finishing. It has a very distinct feel, the 904L stainless steel that Rolex uses for their watches. And with these very polished watches like this DateJust, it just really feels top nice to actually touch this watch. The tactile feeling is amazing, and you see everything is perfect. And of course you expect that when you pay upwards towards $10,000 US for a watch like this. It's very accurate as well, between +1 and +2 seconds per day, which is what superlative chronometer, as they say here, is supposed to offer you. So overall, it's just the quality of every little detail with this watch that is perfect. And the third thing I really like about this particular model is the appreciation. And I know I always say that I don't buy watches as an investment, but when you spend around $8,000-9,000 on a watch, you of course don't want to see it lose value like buying a car or something like that. And since I bought this watch 6 months ago, according to Chrono24, where I tracked the prices of this model, full set as you saw, it appreciated with 35%. You always have to deduct some percentages from Chrono24, so maybe I could sell it at 25 to 30% more than I paid, and that's just completely crazy. I actually earn money wearing this beautiful watch if I take good care of it. This is not impossible to get. I have accounts of people I know who actually got this watch. They were on waiting lists for upwards to 1 year, but you can actually go to the store and order. Even at some Rolex boutiques you can pre-order, in the sense that you pay a percentage of the overall price and then you wait, and then they call you and you get the watch. Onwards to the 3 worst things about this Rolex DateJust 41. The first thing and the worst thing about this watch, in my opinion, is that it's a smudge and scratch magnet. You see, I got some little scratches. You can easily polish out these scratches yourself or take it to the Rolex dealer. So if I'm ever going to sell this watch, I'll just take it to the AD and they will finish up the watch. It will look completely new. But you see, you get little scratches, you get smudges here on the center links. It is, as I said at the start of the video, a very polished, shiny watch, a very loud watch in that sense. Even though it is the more anonymous black dial, you see we get a high polish to the bezel, high polish to the sides of the case, high polish to the top of the locks, high polish to the center links, and the absolutely worst part of this watch is the high polish on the clasp. It looks great, it looks amazing when you just look at it, but as you see, maybe you can just sense it here, it is absolutely a scratch magnet, because you will always be wearing the watch, and then wearing the watch you will scratch it against the table or whatever where you're sitting, and it will scratch. You can't really get around this watch getting scratched. You can't really get around this watch getting smudged, and you don't even have to have like very greasy fingers or something like that. It is just a magnet for a little grease, a little oil from your skin, and it will just look dirty and smudged. That just is a really big annoyance to me. You're always just looking at this beautiful watch and you see smudges and scratches. So the second thing I think is a letdown with the Rolex DateJust 41 is that you don't get the glide lock. We get the Easy Link, which is a really nice thing, but a lot of watch brands which are below Rolex tier and some of Rolex's own models, they actually have a gliding system inside of the clasp, so you can always adjust maybe by 1 centimeter or so the bracelet, and I think that's much better than you actually have to remove links and then you have to use the Easy Link. You can move the Easy Link inside of the clasp, as you see, so I can move it forward or backwards, but you have to use a tool. And it annoys me a bit that you pay this much money for a Rolex watch that they don't provide the glide lock with every watch at this price range. It is not a big deal for Rolex to actually provide the glide lock because they produce it already in the clasps. So why not provide the glide lock with the Rolex DateJust 41 as well? And the third thing I think is the biggest or worst thing about this watch is the size. Of course, you buy the Rolex 41, you will of course know it's 41 millimeters. I think the lock tip to lock tip, if they took it down to maybe 46.5, they maybe just took off maybe a few millimeters in the thickness, but that's not my biggest problem. Mostly it wears a little bit bigger than it's actually supposed to wear, and it wears bigger because you also get male end links, as you can see here. So the bracelet, it doesn't fall completely down from the case, it moves a little outwards of the case. You will notice here on my 17.5 centimeter wrist, it simply just wears a little bit bigger than its size or what a kind of a dress watch should wear. This is of course a sporty dress watch, so of course you need a bigger size. You don't want like 36 millimeters, although you can get it in 36 millimeters. If you think this is too big, 36 millimeters is too small for me, in my opinion. But I think they could easily just do a little with the lock size here, maybe a little with the thickness, and it would wear perfect, because this is kind of a classic watch. It is kind of a sporty dress watch, and as a sporty dress watch it should wear a little bit smaller. Also because it is a smudge and scratch magnet, you just get bigger surfaces and you scratch and smudge it all the time. But of course the size isn't a big problem. If it was, I wouldn't wear this watch many days every week. So I hope you enjoyed my 3 best and 3 worst things about this Rolex watch, my 6-month review, and maybe you could sense it. I'm definitely much more positive than I'm negative about this watch. I think it's an amazing timepiece. It's a timepiece that could fit into many collections because it's so versatile. It's top quality. It will keep going for years and years and years. And you can easily sell off this watch if you get tired of it, or if you need to release some funds for a car or your house or something like that. So overall, super happy. I can definitely recommend this watch. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this 6th month follow-up review of the Rolex DateJust 126300. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I will see you very soon again. Thank you. Bye.